guys, what's going on, dudes? It is David here. We are back with another video. Now, in this video, guys, we'll be talking about the Atlanta Falcons. Now, it's been quite a while since I've last talked about the Atlanta Falcons, but if you guys did not know this, the Atlanta Falcons drafted a quarterback in the third round of the 2022 NFL Draft, and his name is Desmond Ritter. Now, he is going to be competing for the starting job against Marcus Mariota, the quarterback that originally went to Oregon before being picked by the Tennessee Titans, who was the offensive coordinator for the Tennessee Titans was Arthur Smith, who is now the coach of the Atlanta Falcons. So that's the reason why Marcus Mariota is there, and that is the reason why number 2, aka Matty Ice, aka Matt Ryan, got traded to the Colts. And if you ask me, the Falcons need to start a rebuild, next year would have been the better option. I'm not even gonna lie. Next year would have been the better option, because considering the fact that we would have took less dead cap next season and the quarterback class is going to be absolutely stacked next year, yeah, I think next year would have been a good option. But now we're going to be taking a look today we're going to be comparing the stats between Marcus Mariota and Desmond Ritter through their college career. Now, Marcus Mariota only went to 3 years of college before going to NFL, and I think it was his junior year. And then Desmond Ritter stayed all 4 years at Cincinnati. So we're going to be including that final year of Desmond Ritter, his senior year this past season. So when it came to Marcus Mariota played 13 games in 2012, which was his freshman season. He had a 68.5 completion percentage rating, and he had 2,677 yards with 32 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. So, I mean, for Oregon's not really one of the big schools around that time. I think Oregon wasn't really, one of the dominating schools until Marcus Mariota's, final season, where I think, wasn't he competing for the Heisman, or did he win Heisman? I'm not sure. I think he was competing for a Heisman. I'm not sure if he won it or not. But that was his rookie season. His sophomore season, 13 games, 63.5 completion percentage. He threw for 3,665 yards with 31 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. So he went more on the yards, one less on the touchdowns and 2 less on interceptions. So the second season has been an improvement for Marcus Mariota. Now, when it comes to completion percentage, it's not an improvement, because his best completion percentage was actually his freshman season with a 68.5. Because in his final season, his junior year, he played 13 games. He had a 68.3 completion percentage. He threw for 4,454 yards, 42 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. This is Heisman numbers, and this is the reason why Marcus Mariota was competing for the Heisman at the time, and this is why Marcus Mariota went so high in the 2015, 2014 NFL Draft. So yeah, I gotta give it to Marcus Mariota. He's had very good improvement throughout the years. Less touchdowns in his final 2 years in his opening season and then his freshman season. That is Marcus Mariota's college stats at Oregon. Now let's talk about Desmond Ritter. Desmond Ritter, freshman year, which was 2018, played 13 games, had a completion percentage of 62.4, threw for 2,445 yards, 20 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Now, this is for Cincinnati. Cincinnati does not compete in the same type of division that Oregon does. It competes in a less tougher division than Oregon. So I gotta give it to Marcus Mariota. Marcus Mariota had a better impressive rookie season than Desmond Ritter. I mean, 2,445 yards compared to 2,677 yards. And Mariota had 12 more touchdowns than him. He had less interceptions than Marcus Mariota, but still, freshman year goes to Marcus Mariota. Sophomore year, 13 games, 55.1 completion percentage, so that's absolutely bad. 2,164 yards, 18 touchdowns, 9 picks. It got worse. He went from 2,445 yards in his opening year to 2,164 yards, and he threw 2 less touchdowns, and he threw 4 more picks. So far right now, Desmond Ritter, out of both Marcus Mariota and Desmond Ritter has thrown to more picks throughout his college career. But then, so sophomore year goes to Marcus Mariota. Junior year, he only played 13 games. Desmond Ritter only played 13 games. Had a 66.2 completion percentage. Had 2,296 yards, 19 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. So it seems like he can't beat his opening year. He had 19 touchdowns, one less than his freshman year. He had 6 picks, one more than his freshman year. Not as worse as his second season, but you gotta also consider that he only played in 10 games, and this is due down to the COVID season because this was 2020. So the college football kind of really stopped, so they did not get to finish all 13 games that they were supposed to be playing. So that's a big factor, and I'm not really gonna. I guess I'm not gonna count the season considering it was the COVID season. So I gotta really compare his final year with Marcus Mariota's junior year. And in his final year, which was this past season, Desmond Ritter played 14 games because they made the college playoffs. He had a completion percentage of 64.9. He threw for 3,334 yards, 30 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. It seems like Desmond Ritter cannot go any season without throwing more than 5 interceptions. And this is in the lesser division. This is not even a tougher division than the one Oregon's in. And he still throws this many picks. Now, this is his best season so far because he threw over 3,000 yards. But still, 30 touchdowns is less than Marcus Mariota's final season at Oregon, where Marcus Mariota went absolutely ham and threw 42 touchdowns in his final season. So, I mean, looking at this in terms of, like, experience throughout college, I gotta give it to obviously Desmond Ritter, but in terms of the stats, Marcus Mariota just blows away Desmond Ritter. Now, the one problem I'm gonna have when it comes to this season is going to be Marcus Mariota, and can he stay healthy? Can he stop fumbling the ball? Because if Marcus Mariota can stop fumbling the ball, Marcus Mariota can win the starting job for the Atlanta Falcons, and that's what I'm trying to determine today. Sorry if I just got into this right now. So if I had to go based off of this between Marcus Mariota and Desmond Ritter, based off the college stats and based off what I've seen so far, if I had to give my prediction on who's going to be a starting quarterback for Week 1 against New Orleans Saints, I think that Marcus Mariota will be the starting quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons versus Week 1 versus the New Orleans Saints. But there's a very good chance that within the first, I'd say 3 to 5 games, that Desmond Ritter could get that starting job. But in all honesty, I think Desmond Ritter is just going to be at least a backup, and I think next season the Falcons will be looking for another quarterback, and I think next season will be the year that the Falcons draft Anthony Richardson, who will change their franchise forever. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. I will see you guys all later. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notification so you know my videos go live. But anyway, guys, I will see you guys all later. Peace.